Hi, it's me again, and another day and another lazy, small-time newspaper reporter gets bored and writes some TV licence propaganda, eh? It makes me quite angry when I see ones like this. I like seeing TV licence stories in papers, as you well know, because it gets more people talking about it. But not this one particularly. Let's have a look. Darlington woman fined for not having a TV licence. Now you got to remember, with newspapers, when people are skimming through the homepage, they tend not to read it, or it gets shared on Facebook and you just see the picture and the headline. Most people don't read the entire article. So that'll just be seen by, well, the Northern Echo, how many, 10 people? No, I'm joking, I don't know what their readership is. It will, enforce people's thoughts that they have to have a television licence. It's not good, is it? Watching television without a TV licence has cost a Darlington woman more than £200 in court. Cleveland magistrates found a case against 29-year-old, I've redacted her name here, but the newspaper didn't, they just printed her full name. Proved in her absence from Teesside Magistrates Court on Friday, May 20. The prosecution, brought by TV licensing, stated that the woman used a colour television without a licence at her address, and they've printed her actual address as well. How is that allowed? How is that allowed? Her full name and her address is in the paper. You don't have a telly licence. Shame on your road. That is bad. That is bad, isn't it? If I was to do something like that, I'd be banging trouble, wouldn't I? Surely. After finding the case proved, magistrates fined Todd £60 along with court costs of £120 and a £34 victim surcharge. This means the total she has to pay is £214, which must be paid by June 17 this year. So we don't know how long this woman didn't have a television licence for, right? So let's say it's more than 1 year. She's up on the deal, for a start. But two, it was easily avoided. This whole situation was easily avoided, and it affects women more. More women are prosecuted for television licence offences than men. It's just a fact. Why? Well, we don't know for sure, but, they may be intimidated a bit more by these goons that come and knock on your door. Because there's only one way that this woman could have got into trouble for this thing, and that's by talking to the goons. The only way they would know she's watching her colour television without a television licence is by her telling them. If they'd have knocked on the door and have said, hello, who are you? I'm for TV licensing, shut the door, that's it. No court case for you, no trouble. Now, you shouldn't be watching stuff you shouldn't be watching. We all know that. Without a telly licence, stick to the rules. But they wouldn't know unless you tell them that you do it. They can't find anything out. There's no investigations. They don't have detection equipment. It's all nonsense. The only way they would know is if you tell them. So this poor girl dropped herself in it, ended up in court, the stress of it and the cost of it, when it shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened. Now, I don't like the wording in here either, because it says, prosecution brought by television licensing stated that she'd used a colour television without a licence at her address. It's just reinforcing the narrative to the people who read the Northern Echo that if you own a colour television, you must have a television licence. Why can't they just put in here, if you're going to be a proper journalist, give the facts from both sides? Saying, if you also don't have a TV licence, make sure you don't watch anything live as it's being broadcast, or use BBC iPlayer, or this could be you. Just put something like that and let people know what they can't watch without a television licence, because all you're doing here is enforcing the narrative that you must have one, and it's wrong. But then what do you expect from small, tiny papers that just need a bit of filler? And scummy journalists like Alexa Fox of the Northern Echo, who published this woman's full name and her address. On the plus side, though, not everyone who reads the Northern Echo fell for it. There's a few comments on there, and many people are saying the same sort of things I say and are not falling for this nonsense. So good for them. If you want to go and leave a comment or read the comments, I'll put a link in the description. I always put a link in the description for all these articles that I read. But it's bad, isn't it? Bad. It angers me a bit, that one. And normally I write these newspapers a quick email saying I've talked about your story and here's what I think and here's what I think you could change in your story now or for next time, just so you're getting the facts right. But I don't want to write a letter to or an email to Alexa Fox, because no, I'm not going to do it, because I don't have the ability to not swear sometimes. So I'm just going to leave it there, I think. But let me know what you think about this down in the comments below, because it's just nonsense. Utter nonsense, isn't it? But anyway, as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you do that, hopefully, very hopefully, I'll get to see you in another video again soon, won't I? Ta-da.